Yo guys, DOZ101 and Alpha Man here. It's kind of a part two to our What If. We're going to ask some more random questions and maybe get into a little bit more serious topics. You just had one.
Yeah, what if Hornswoggle was to become the undisputed WWE and World Heavyweight Champion?
Death of the WWE.
Probably.
What if Hogan and these fucks did not recycle this they shit?
I'd be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd be pretty happy if Hogan would just kind of go away.
I mean, damn it. What's it going to take, TNA? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? When are you going to figure it out? And when are all you TNA fans stroking the big TNA hard on going to realize that the WWE generates like 500 million viewers a year worldwide?
Down.
Like month to month.
Here's a scary one for you. What if there really was an excuse for Vicky Guerrero?
Shit, yeah, this excuse me thing, god damn. I mean,
how does she get a hold of a microphone every week? What the hell is that about? I mean, that's like giving Jillian Hall a microphone. It's a bad idea.
I know that Eddie Guerrero's gone, and Eddie, we love you, dude. But your wife, or your widow, she's got no place on television. Get her the fuck off my TV, please.
And you know Eddie rolled over in his grave when he saw the Icky Burrito turd splash at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, that was just bad.
Yes. All right.
Albeit funny.
What if Vince could actually do more wrestling feuds instead of doing entertainment all the time?
That'd be great. I mean, I think it would actually start to bring wrestling back to the wrestling.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, we wouldn't have to worry about stupid shit like you cut me off in traffic, I'm going to kill you. You stole my piece of cake, I'm going to kill you. You looked at me funny, I'm going to kill you. You beat me in FIFA, I'm going to kill you. That's the kind of shit that we have to see now.
You stole my boyfriend, I'm going to kill you. Wait, Did John Cena say that?
Well, yeah. It's just like, yeah.
The Rock once said, I think he might be just a little cum si, cum sa.
Yeah. It's like, can we get more wrestling feuds, please? Vince, Dixie, would it kill you both? I think it might.
Yeah, you ever notice that in the WWE they never say wrestling, sports entertainment?
Oh, that's yeah, we're not supposed to. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I just thought I'd.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Yeah, dude.
God damn.
Oh. It's bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We can't call it wrestling, can we?
No, you just...
Well, take this finger. Take your finger. And point what if you're.
This one?
Yeah. Fuck you guys. That's all we really got to say about that. Wrestling, what's wrong with saying that shit? What's wrong with calling it that?
It's true.
Why do we have to call it sports entertainment now? Why?
Because Vince is afraid of wrestling.
Oh, yeah, like Paul Heyman said, you had to ban wrestling. Wrestling's a dirty word. Not to us. I think wrestling is actually a good word. Sports entertainment, ugh.
That's creepy.
Makes me fucking cringe.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
What if Big Show was a woman and he was the women's champion? Do you think he'd be as big as he is?
I love the random questions that we ask.
I mean, it's freaky to think of something that big as a woman.
Well,
7-foot tall, 500-pound woman.
Well, Russo did have the opportunity to write shit like that. And yes, we're trashing on Vince Russo. Fuck you. That's all we got to say about that.
He's an idiot.
What if Jim Cornette, Jim Ross, and Paul Heyman could run a wrestling company? 3 of the smartest minds in wrestling.
That could be interesting. That could actually end up being a good company.
Yeah. It's not too. I mean, I don't think I could say really anything bad about, Jim Cornette. He may come off as a bitter guy. He may come off as that kind of guy, but he tells it like it is. Paul Heyman, the only thing I wouldn't do with him, financially, you can't trust Paul Heyman. JR, he knows talent. He's hired guys like Angle, Lita, Malenko, Guerrero, among others.
What if Drew Carey had won the 2001 Royal Rumble?
WWE Hollywood would have came much, much, much sooner than it did.
That would probably not have been good.
Yep.
What if David Arquette was to become the WWE champion?
Fuck me. That's all I got to say about that.
I would agree with that.
What if Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara never went to the WCW?
I think WCW would have lasted a little longer.
Yep.
Thank you, Scott Hall, for that funny laugh.
What if the NWO never came around?
That's a sad thought.
Yeah.
I'd hate to think that they didn't, because if there's no NWO,
There's
there's no
conflict.
DX.
Yeah. And
there's no Monday Night War.
Yeah, there's no conflict. All right. What if WWE could lift kind of some of the stuff off the PG we see nowadays? I mean, the no blood thing, I get that. I don't get too impressed with blood, but come on, with gimmick matches, would it kill you to do a little bit of bleeding? Elimination Chamber, Hell in a
Hit
Cell.
somebody in the head with a chair.
Well, hitting the head with a chair, you don't want another. What did
that have to do with hitting anybody in the head with a chair?
Concussion syndrome.
Right. Well, that was too many flying headbutts.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
I think that if they did lift some of it off, I think that would make a lot of the fans happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Good Mike Work says that those that want to see that, they're just being good marks or whatever, and I get that they can't do it, but I think it would make a lot of people happy. A lot of people would like to see that.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Not a what if question, but Attitude Era versus Pro Wrestling in 2010. What would work better?
Attitude Era.
I'd say wrestling. It's like...
Or just more wrestling. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Attitude Era, but
I know.
If you just did more wrestling like they did back in the day, it wasn't all about the weapons. Like, you go back even just to the earlier 90s.
Yeah.
What they call the Federation years. With Razor Ramon, Diesel, you had Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect, all these kind of guys. There was actually a lot of good wrestling back then. And Bret Hart, too.
Right. It just goes to show, it's like, here's the deal. Look at like SummerSlam 95, for example. They weren't allowed to use the ladder as a weapon back then, and yet it won Match of the Year in 1995.
It deserved it. It was a good match.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. What if Goldberg had missed when he tried to kick Bret Hart?
Bret would have retired in 2000 regardless. He would have been gone. And I don't really know if he would have ever came back to the WWE, but hindsight's 2020. He did. What if Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart really never made peace?
Well, that would be unfortunate, but I can understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, after everything that went down, and I can understand why Bret Hart would be upset with Shawn.
Shawn fucked him, and Vince fucked him, more importantly.
Well, I think it was mostly Vince, but yeah.
Yep. Let's see. What if the Attitude Era would have lasted a lot longer than it did?
I think people would have enjoyed that. I think there would have been a certain group of people, probably more those that were of younger age, that would have maybe not started watching.
Yeah.
Because either their parents didn't want them to see certain things that were going on during the Attitude Era, or whatever. But I personally would, I would have thought that would have been cool, but it ended.
Yeah. All right.
What if Kurt Angle had never left the WWE?
He would have been jobbing to Cena for the better part of a long time, and then he would have turned heel and fought with Cena yet a fucking again. Because the thing that I'm like not really liking about wrestling in general, part of the reason why I just don't care anymore, is because they recycle the fuck out of storylines. Look at TNA. Not to trash on TNA, but like I said, fuck TNA. In the WWE, to an extent, they're doing the same shit. How many times are we going to see John Cena and Nexus? How many times are we going to see Taker and Kane? How many times are we going to see Del Rio and Rey Mysterio? Entertaining? Yes. Recycled? Yes. Can we get some originality? I honestly think, though, wrestling is out of ideas, to be honest.
Well, yeah, after so long, it's got to be hard to come up with new things to do.
I've been watching for 13 years, and it's kind of scary to start to see the same shit over and over again.
I've been watching for at least 16, but...
And you've seen the same shit over and over again.
I mean, it used to be there were a lot of good storylines, and a lot of things went along the same kind of idea, but they threw different turns in. Like, how many times have you seen where a guy gets ganged up on, be it 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 5-on-1, whatever. He gets bashed in the head with something or in the legs. He's injured.
And then like 10 seconds.
And then he comes back for the big match at the pay-per-view. Like, the first big one that I can really think of was just before WrestleMania 9, Brutus Beefcake made a comeback, and Money Inc., Ted DiBiase and IRS, took him out. IRS hit him across the head with a briefcase, with his steel briefcase.
Right.
And they supposedly broke Beefcake's nose. And for anyone who's seen WrestleMania 9, I know it wasn't a great WrestleMania, especially at the end of it.
Yeah.
But Beefcake came in with this supposed titanium mask thing that was supposed to protect his face. But, and you've seen that. And I can't even. How many times?
Yeah, how many times do you have to see recycledness? I think wrestling has honestly run out of its ideas. And here's a good crossover question. What if Brock Lesnar never left? By the way, go Brock.
Heck yes. Kick Velasquez's ass.
What if Brock Lesnar never left the WWE and went to the UFC and made millions and millions of dollars and is their top guy?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What if he never left to go to the UFC?
What if he never left? I think he'd have still made millions of dollars with the WWE, but I think he would either be the world heavyweight champion. Well, he might not be the world heavyweight champion, but he'd be in the picture, or the WWE champion. He'd be around the picture. I mean, who knows? He might even have become part of Nexus or something strange like that.
Okay, and we got time for one final question because these guys have got to get ready to roll. But go ahead, man.
Now, I've seen this once. It was on an XPW pay-per-view. It was a full strip match between two divas. But I've never actually seen one where they actually went all the way. What if there was actually a match where they went all the way?
They're not going to get naked. We know this. This is basic cable.
I got a pay-per-view.
Not going to happen. The FCC would not tolerate that bullshit.
Yeah, well, whoever said they were smart people?
Well, if they were going to do shit like that, like if it was some independent company and not WWE, TNA, by all means, do this. Russo, make it fucking happen. Yes, we know you guys can do it, TNA. You're smart. You're intelligent.
I'll forgive you for everything that you did in WCW, Vince, if you make this happen.
Yeah, because we're really, really, really hoping.
Because you seriously screwed up WCW.
We're really, really hoping that TNA is going to succeed. Fuck you, TNA. Hey, TNA marks. Deal with it. We're telling it like it is. We're frustrated with the company. And we're going to call them out and take cheap shots at them until they realize that they're not getting their shit together.
You mean they?
I mean they, the TNA.
Or you mean TNA,
they? The TNA trolls who like to support this shit blindly and that are idiots because they like to support Hogan and Bischoff, but fucking TNA just straight up.
Wasn't that what they did in WCW?
Yeah, they're pretty much doing that now. And I know that
I'm just waiting for that Hogan finger poke of doom. Greatest wrestling move ever, by the way.
Of all fucking time. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Yeah, fuck you guys. TNA, die. If you can't get your shit together, I hope by 2011 you guys are going to be dead. If you guys are going to continue blindly supporting the leadership of Hogan and Bischoff, your company is going to go from here to there in a matter of months.
Well, I will give TNA this much. They have the Motor City Machine Guns, and they do put on some fairly impressive matches.
And this is not knocking their talent. This is not knocking TNA's talent. It's just the fucking Russo and the creative team. Hogan, Bischoff, and Dixie who got to go. These guys have got to go.
Nash is finally retiring.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
Thank you,
fucking God. Thank you.
It's about time.
Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We got like 9 seconds left. Peace.